Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing on today? I am super duper excited. Of course, I always fangirl when I get to hang out with Jacquelin Thomas on today, guys. And we are super duper excited. Not only are we hanging out with Jacquelin Thomas on today, we are celebrating, guys, because this is her first Harlequin intrigue, and it is called Guardian Defender. Guys, let me just tell you, I was actually talking with Jacquelin behind the scene. It's a good one. It goes fast paced. It's really, really good. Check out that cover. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to make it a little lighter, a little dark. Give me one second. Let's see. I have it on my Kindle. It's called Guardian Defender. And yes, we will be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of Guardian Defender, all of that good stuff. But before Jacqueline introduces herself, like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to come on down to the cafe because it is time for us to chat Guardian Defender, hot off the press with Jacquelin Thomas on today. Jacquelin, they're coming on in, my friend. We got a Ruby hanging out with us on today. We got Helen hanging out with us today. Mama Tony of Mama Tony's Book Nook hanging out with us today. Antoinette Gates. All the peeps are coming in and hanging out with us today. We got Suzette Perkins hanging out with us today, guys. And thank you so much for joining us on today. Jacquelin, my friend, introduce yourself to the people.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Jacquelin Thomas. I am excited to be here with all of you. I'm excited about this first intrigue. It is my first real foray. I do my cold cases, but this is like, hardcore intrigue. And so I'm really excited about that.
I love that. I love that. Well, Jacquelin, thank you so much for accepting the invitation and coming and hanging out with us, coming and celebrating with us your new release because it's like hot off the press, guys. And like I said, we will definitely be sharing with you. Now, Jackie, you shared a little bit. This is your first Harlequin intrigue. So, of course, the cover is a little bit different or what have you. This one is, of course, guys, anytime there's with Harlequin intrigue, there will be like it's a crime that they are solving. A lot of times the hero and the heroine, they're working together, but they are working against time. I mean, time is of essence for them to solve this crime or this mystery or what have you too. But Jacquelin, what was that like for you to tap into that? Because of course, you have your heartwarming, you write a little bit of Christian fiction, you write your inspirational, you got your YA, but now, my friend, look, you got your cold cases. Now, I mean, it's a little different. What was that like for Jacquelin to tap into that side of her writing?
Actually, it felt normal because even though I write sweet romance, I write YA, and people talk about all those romancy little stories. I am a hardcore cold case, suspense, knock them dead, kill them, shoot them up kind of girl.
Well, go ahead and spill the tea, Jacquelin. Just go ahead and spill the tea to the people.
Yeah, so that's my first love, to be honest with you. And I've always wanted to write mysteries and suspense and things like that. But I felt like, well, I was afraid. I allowed fear to take over. And I did what I felt was easier.
Wow. Well, Jacquelin, I'm glad you stepped out there, my friend, because let me just tell you guys, if you have not read A Guardian Defender yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, get you a copy. It's available in ebook. It's available in print. I was sharing with Jacquelin behind the scene. I was like, Jacquelin, it's fast paced. I was like, you hit us with a headliner at the beginning, and then it's like, bam, put on your sleuth hat, all that good stuff, because the action is going to start right away. And I love that. But Jacquelin, we got to talk about the cover a little bit, because again, this is a little bit different. But what was it for you when you saw your final cover of Guardian Defender?
I liked it, because to me it evoked the mood of the story, which again, it is a very different look for me.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that because they're on my character's on the run.
Yes.
So they're going from place to place to place.
Yes.
And like you said, it's very fast paced. And I sent pictures in to Harlequin, to the art department, to kind of give them an idea of the setting. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
Hair. but yeah, I had to send pictures in because I wanted them to really, I wanted the cover to really evoke that mood of what it was about. And I didn't really want to show the characters' faces because I'm thinking this is not fall in love. This is, even though there is romance, it's a romantic suspense,
Uh-huh.
the suspense outshines the romance to me.
Hmm.
And so for that, I wanted the focus to be on the adventure,
Yes.
the you know,
I
and
love that. I love that. And
the
I
cover.
like the fact that you also talked about because again, guys, if you notice, the individual is his back is to us or what have you. So that's a part of the mystery too. Like who is this person? Because there let me just tell you, there's some things that happen that they gotta figure out who's who. Then you got, when you got a mole, you got somebody that's on the inside giving, all of this stuff. Like you said, it's the adventure of it. So I like the fact that on this cover, of course, you can't see the person's face,
Yeah.
or what have you. And then Jackie, it's like, okay, who's friend or foe? Because it's like, because Jackie, okay, when I was reading it, oh, I was side-eye, folks. One of the people, Brenda, is it Brenda? Yeah, I was side eye. I was side eye. Yeah, and so several different people, I was giving them the side eye. Like I was like, I don't know if I can trust you. And again, with the hero and the heroine, it was the same thing too. It was like, okay, woo, who can we really trust? What
And
was
even
that
with
like for
the
you?
cover, you don't know if that's friend or foe, to be honest with you.
Ooh,
Cover,
Jackie's spilling some
you
tea,
don't know.
guys.
You don't know if he's the hunter or the hunted.
Ooh.
And I love
Okay, guys, did you just hear what Jacqueline said? Even on the cover, you do not know. Cheryl Brooks says she's looking forward to reading it. Cheryl, you are in for a treat, my friend. We have Paulette joining us on today. Thank you for joining us on today as well. Antoinette Gates, Jackie says, sounds intriguing. Oh, it is. It is, Antoinette. And the cover is even interesting as well. And then Suzette Perkins said the cover evokes intrigue. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Now, Jacqueline, let's talk a little bit about this title because this is your first book in the Intrigue imprint of Harlequin. Guardian Defender. Okay, was this the original working title, Jacqueline, or tell
it's
us
not
about that?
even close. It's
Oh,
not even close. However, it fits. You know,
okay.
um, eh, you know, when you're writing, because the book changed a little bit
Okay.
from proposal to actually when I was writing the book, because your characters start to talk to you and you get to really understand who they are. And
Okay.
so for Caleb, that's what he was. He was a guardian defender.
Yes.
And so I wasn't crazy about the title initially, but as I started to really think about it, I'm like, well, that's really what this story is about. Caleb spent this book trying to make sure Riley wasn't, you know, wasn't killed, because, with intrigue, is high action, adventure,
Oh,
suspense.
yeah.
Is the chase, women in jeopardy. This book is definitely a woman in jeopardy. Uh,
Yes.
Riley is a woman who worked for Homeland Security, and she and her partner at that time, they got a call, and so they went to investigate, and they were shot. She was shot. The partner was shot, Stewart,
Yes.
and so Stewart died. But they led the world to believe that Riley also died too, and that's not even her. That's her new name when
That's her
she.
new name, y'all.
So, yes, it's a lot of twists and turns.
It
Her
is.
birth name was Rolanda Green, but in the book she becomes Riley Greenwood, I believe. And so, with all of those switches, I'm like, I don't want my readers to be confused. So she's called Riley throughout the book, but basically she's on the run, but
She's
she
on the run.
also wants to clear her partner's name. He's dead. He can't defend himself. They made
Right.
it look like they're chasing they were investigating a drug cartel,
Yes.
the Mancusa cartel, who is run by at this point, they are thinking Calderon, um,
Calderon.
the head of the Mancusa cartel. But there, you're going to see all types of revelations throughout this story. And like she said, you don't know if people are friend or foe.
I'm telling you. Okay, now, Jacqueline, because we know we know when it comes to stepping on the bad side, you and your names. So how did you come? And that's an inside joke, guys. If you've been following Jacqueline Thomas, she has this one book. She know what I'm talking about when she had the name. Was it the rapper Jacqueline? You had the name or something like that. But Jacqueline, how did you come up with like the names of the cartel or the names of some of these characters and these individuals? Do you kind of like map it out and you just go through names? What does that look like for Jacqueline?
It's like naming your child. I try to find a name that will fit that character's personality. With the Mancuzas, trying to think of a name that wasn't what I considered synonymous with a real cartel, because I
Uh-huh.
don't want anyone to think, oh, she's telling our business. And,
Right.
you know, no, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to make sure this is fiction. As far as I know, there's no Mancuso cartel, and I don't know any if there is. So we just want to clear that up.
Right, right.
But I did a lot of research. I did a lot of research, watched a lot of shows, documentaries on cartels. Ladies, gentlemen, I've never sold a drug in my life, but I had to learn how that works.
Gotcha.
So it was a lot of research. I probably did
Wow.
more research for my intrigue novels than I have done for any of my books, because I
Wow.
want it to be authentic.
Mm.
And I don't live in that world. I've never lived in that world. And as far as I know, I don't know anybody that really lives in that world. I do know a couple of, drug dealers, but they're not at that level, you know,
Right, right.
and they don't know how to get to that level. So, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know anybody like these people.
Right, right.
So I had to research what that would look like. And I do know, as you know maybe, but I've dealt with law enforcement for a number of years. So I have friends that are in Secret Service, DEA, US Marshals, Homeland Security. I know a lot of law enforcement, and I do pick their brains.
Well, I love that. And Jacqueline, thank you so much for sharing with us about your research, because it definitely comes across on the page. It comes across as authentic, especially when you're talking about like the different behind the scene, and also they're solving a crime, and it's procedural and just all these different things or what have you. But that leads me to my next question, Jacqueline, because again, this one now you are using for the characters. How do you determine, or how do you come up with what their occupation is going to be? Because I mean, again, like you said, this is high action, it's adventurous. How do you know like which law enforcement branch that you're going to use for this particular, or for any of the books?
It depends on the crime. So with my intrigues, I'm focusing on the Mancuso cartel.
Okay.
Uh, and so just to give you ladies a heads up, the second book will pick up from this one.
Ooh.
Not necessarily, day one and day two,
Right,
but
right.
actually the whole series will be around the Mancuso cartel.
Okay.
So the books are going to be connected, but different agencies, because what happens, from what I understand, when you're dealing with players like this, cartels, all the agencies, they're interagency operations. And
Okay.
so Homeland Security, DEA, FBI, ATF, they will partner up for to take down a operation like this.
Wow.
It's a collaborative effort, because think about it, these different branches, they have different specialties. And so you have ATF, which is dealing with weapons. A lot of times with cartels, not only are they doing drugs, they are also doing weapons and things like that. And so you're basically going to be attacked from all around.
Woo! Wait, guys, Jacqueline just gave us a mouthful. She is spilling the tea. Jacqueline, we are so excited for you. Guys, if you're just joining us, Jacqueline Thomas Guardian Defender. It is book one in this series. We are super duper excited about it. Let me just tell you guys, you will be on the edge of your seat. And you have Letitia. She said that she love these kinds of stories as well. And then Jacquelin, I don't know if you can spill this little bit of tea, but Ruby wanted to know how many books in the series. Are you able to share that yet, or you can just let us know that we got another one coming? You can just tell us that so far.
We have another one coming.
Okay, we'll take that. We will take that as well. Well, Jacquelin, okay, let's get into it a little bit now. Okay, so we're with intrigue. We've already told the people that they're solving this crime, they're dealing with this cartel or what have you. But what inspired this series, Jacquelin?
My fascination with drug cartels and things like that. Again, I told you I love these kind of shows. The Queen of the South was actually a show, a series that I loved, and I love when I see women, even if they're crime bosses, I kind of love when a woman's in charge, And so I wanted to create a cartel with a woman, Poppy Mancusa.
Yes, yeah. Because guys, let me just tell y'all, we gonna talk about Poppy in a little bit, y'all. Because Jacquelin got to tell us a little bit about these characters. So Jackie, hold tight. Don't tell them about Poppy yet. But child, listen, okay, Poppy. Okay, I love it. I love it. Now, Jacquelin, for this particular series, we talked a little bit about the cover. We talked about the title, all of that good stuff as well. You shared with us a little bit about what inspired this new series of yours and what have you. But before we talk about the individual characters, can you share with us which came first? Was it the plot and all the action that was going to be going on, or was it these characters that we're getting ready to talk about?
Actually, I think it was the characters.
Oh, okay.
Because I actually saw Riley and I saw her with a gun. Yes, with I you know how they kind of come to you in a dream. And
Yeah.
I saw this woman in this room. At the time I did not know it was a safe room.
Okay. Okay.
But I saw her and I saw the door open. I see this guy in this hoodie and she's got the gun pointed right at him.
Wow. Okay.
I was like, "Ooh, what is this story about?" And that was what came to me, the scene. And so I got that first. And then it was trying to figure out the ins and outs of that and what was going on. And when I sat down to write that scene, as I saw it, then I realized, okay, she's in a panic room.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so then I could hear her asking him basically, like he says, somebody's, I don't know if he said Easton sent me or whatever, but then she says, then what's the safe word? Because she's ready to fire. She was.
All I want to tell the people is, I love that scene. Let me just tell you, Riley was locked and loaded and she was ready. Okay. Riley was let's let them know, Jackie, she's also former military as well.
Oh yes, she's
ready.
Yes.
And Jacquelin,
she's the woman I want to be, And
I just want to tell the readers, y'all, okay, the attention is in the details. Jacquelin, oh my goodness, the way that you write this story and describe you can see it. Y'all, it's like you are watching a movie play out when you are reading the words on the page. And like Jacquelin just described that particular scene, I could just see it going down. Like I could feel, you remember like when she heard his footsteps like coming, or she could, feel him coming or what have you. And guys, because she's former military or what have you too, like her radar, she be on alert. Like, she is like, she's aware of her surroundings. Jacquelin, there's one scene in there. If y'all know anything about Jacquelin Thomas, she gonna have a taser. It's gonna be a taser in there. They gonna have a taser, okay? But guys, we don't want to give too much away. We're gonna talk about these characters. Jackie, as you can see, I'm getting excited for the people. I want everybody to go and read Guardian Defender. Once you read it, definitely leave a review. In addition to that, tell a friend and tell a friend. Grab you a buddy. Read it with someone because, again, it is fast-paced and you're going to want to talk to somebody about the goodness that goes on with Guardian Defender as well. Now, Jacquelin, okay, So let's talk about these characters a little bit for you. Um, let's start out. You know what? Because we got them on the edge of their feet, on the edge of their seat about Poppy. Let's go ahead and tell them about Poppy.
Well, Poppy, in this particular book, you don't really know too much about her
Hmm.
because she's been under the radar.
Yeah.
She's when you see her, she's a beautiful woman, very fashionable. She's known for her little charitable efforts, but she's also known to be married to the head of the Mancusa cartel.
Hmm.
Well, the head of the Mancusa cartel is murdered. And so Calderon was his first lieutenant. So everybody's assuming that Calderon has taken the lead because, again, up until I think toward the end of this book, people aren't sure that Poppy is in control. That is not really so it's not a big secret either. So I'm not giving you anything that you won't, you know. But right now they really don't know. And I think even in this book, you're really still not sure
Right.
what
It's
the
almost
goal
like
is.
she's kind of like flying under the radar, or what have you. And it's almost like, okay, it's more than meets the eyes. Like she has a public persona, we could say that, and then the
Yeah.
people who really know her.
Yes, yes. And so you don't really know what part she plays. You're not really sure, but there's a lot of suspicion. And
Hmm.
exactly, Tony Benita, Mama Tony, Poppy is a hidden gem in the
Yeah.
cartel. Calderon is at this point the face of the cartel.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
basically, he's untouchable.
And
As you
he's
know,
untouchable. Hmm.
is untouchable. But you know, anybody in law enforcement, that's the person they want. They want those untouchables. And so
Yes.
that's who they shoot for. You know, they'll take a small, person, down the line, but eventually they want a fish that's going to lead up to the shark.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're just joining us, as you can see, we are in great conversation with award-winning author Jacquelin Thomas, guys. It is hot off the press. It is Guardian Defender. Okay, let me just tell y'all. Okay, I got to sit up for this. When you start, okay, go ahead and give yourself a couple of hours. I was telling Jack, when you start, y'all, Jacquelin hits you with a headliner. She grabs your attention. You will not want to put this down. Okay. So go ahead and just like allot some time because you're going to want to continue to read and read and read until you get to the end. I mean, Jacquelin, she comes out blazing with the first book in the series, Guardian Defender. Okay. So you told us a little bit about Poppy. Let's talk a little bit about Riley Greenwood. How would you describe Riley's character to us, Jacquelin?
Oh, she's a bad girl. She's who I
Mm,
to be. She has no fear. And and I like that. I like, I like that. I like women who can stand up and stay calm under pressure like that.
mhm,
You
mhm,
know what I
mhm,
mean? And
mhm.
so she's like I said, the woman I would aspire to be, you know. I would not, I would not do the things or make the choices she made because but I love her because she believes in what's right. And so
Yes,
basically, this is a woman who was taken, her life was taken from her. Her life was taken from her when she has to go into witness protection.
exactly.
She has a mother out there
Mhm. And
who
remember, Jack, she's supposed to be dead. So yeah, it's like
right. So
life as she knew it is like,
it's different. And
yeah,
and so she's not satisfied with that. She's
yeah,
not satisfied. She tried to be, but then when someone comes after her, they've discovered that she's still alive. Okay, well now all bets are off as far as she's concerned.
right,
Now
right.
all bets are off. They know I'm not dead. So now I can get back out there. I can do what I need to do. I need to avenge my partner's murder. We need to take these people down. So
Yeah,
she's more adamant because they tried to take her life. They
yeah,
took away her life to a certain degree,
right.
for the time that she was in witness protection. They killed her partner. So
Yeah.
this is a woman who is on a mission.
Hmm. Definitely, definitely. And Jackie, I mean, I can't even imagine. It was almost like she's having to live life like on the like life out of a bag, basically. Because I mean, at any minute she got to be, you got to be ready to go. You know, you never know where if something is compromised. It's like, okay, we got to move again. We got to move again. You know,
And
of being able of having to live like that. Mhm,
that's
mhm.
exactly what
And like
happened.
you said, losing her partner, wanting to you know, to bring goodness to his name, because you know it's kind of looking a little shady for a moment there as well. Suzette said that Suzetta, excuse me, said she just purchased her copy. Suzetta, you are in for a treat, my friend. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate that as
Yeah.
well. Now, Jacqueline, you got to tell us about Caleb. And we're going to talk about his brother, Nate, too. I just fell in love with Nate, too. But tell us a little bit about Caleb's character.
Caleb was a U.S. Marshal. And
Mm-hmm.
so he's familiar with working with people in witness protection. One of the reasons why Easton, reached out to him, he left the Marshals because, he had something, that happened in his past, and it just kind of he felt like that wasn't the route for him, and so he ended up opening up in a protection agency and basically protecting people because this gave him more control. When you
Yeah.
work for an agency like the Marshals, there's such thing as protocol, and you have to follow the protocol of the Marshals. I
Mm-hmm.
think for Caleb, having his own agency gave him the freedom to protect the people he wanted to, the way he wanted to do that. And
Yeah.
so he responds to his friend's distress call to help out with Riley. And when he finds Riley, she doesn't know if she can trust him. So,
Right.
so
She
they're
like who you?
yes, and I hope you know the safe word.
Uh-huh. Look,
'Cause
okay, and Jackie, we gotta spin this a little bit. See, this one little thing. She was like, you got one opportunity to get it right. And
yes,
look, and he can tell that she meant business. Like, okay,
yes,
I better get this right because she ain't playing.
right. And I'm like, man, I love a woman like that.
I know. I love it, y'all. You will fall in love with Riley.
And the reason I really wanted to do it this way too is because so many times women are painted as victims, you know, and that we need this great big hero to come save us. And Riley wasn't looking for anyone to save her,
Mm-mm.
you know. Um, and that I think was what she was trying to prove. I don't need you to save me. Now you can ride with me, but I don't need you to save me.
Right.
You know, and that was the thing because sometimes again, women are portrayed as these helpless individuals, and that's not who a lot of us are. Now, me, I'm probably a helpless individual. Save me, come save me. But there's a bit of me too. Like me and my taser, we good. You know, I don't mess with the guns too much because my temper, and you don't need a gun when you got a quick temper, you know. So, but with
Look,
Ron,
I'll just share so she had her own back.
yes, yes, she did. She absolutely did. But it's also nice to have someone, when you have somebody riding with you. So,
Yeah,
but what I loved about Caleb allowed Riley to be herself.
he did. He did.
Understood. He was not offended, but he tried to be that voice of reason when he needed.
Yes, exactly. He sure did. He sure did. I love that. I love that as well.
And I think he admired her.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Look,
I think
and guys, there's a little swoon in there. I mean, there it's intrigue, so it's heavier on the crime and solving of the crime side and the romantic and the suspense side and the mystery side. But she give you just a little bit of romance in there as well. You get a little swoon with some of the things that he say, and things of that nature too. So you'll get a little swoon in there too. Now, Jacqueline, when you think about all these amazing characters in this book, or what have you, is there a character that was the most interesting and borderline fun for you to write? And then on the flip side, was there another character that was a little more complex for you to write in Guardian Defender?
I think they were all, to be honest with you, they were all fun to write. I had fun with all of them. I really did. There was a character that I felt was um, more complex, and I didn't really get to. And I'm terrible. I'm trying to think of his name, but he had a minor part. He worked for the marshals, and he was the initial person that they suspected. Um,
Oh Lord, I just went blank. I know exactly who you talk about,
yeah,
Jackie. I literally just went. It was like
I'm
it was in the
working
tip
on
of my
another book
tongue,
right
and
now,
then I went
y'all.
blank.
Yeah, I'm working on another book, so those
But I know
characters.
exactly who you're talking about. I know
But,
exactly who you're
but
talking about.
he was
Yeah,
probably the most complex.
I'm sure. I'm sure, Jackie, to flesh
And I
the
really wanted to
character
take
out.
him through so much more, but I couldn't. It wasn't.
Mhm,
It
mhm.
wasn't. I didn't want his story to take over. So a lot of that was edited out that I
Okay.
put about him and his wife.
Oh,
They
wow.
won the lottery, but they look suspicious because he had
Yeah, because
this.
'cause I was side-eyeing him at one time, like, seriously
Yeah,
side-eyeing him, like, okay.
exactly. So he was probably the most complex because I wanted to give enough without overdoing it.
Yeah.
To pull back, but I found him a really interesting character. And I was like, I really wanted to explore more about him because his story truly was a rags to riches story. He
Yeah.
works for the Marshalls. And I
Mhm.
wanted to kind of figure out, like, how do they view him? All this sudden wealth, this change, and I
Uh-huh.
wanted to explore that within the book. But again, that wasn't this story.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. And guys, I know you are ready. Okay, I'm gonna turn Jacqueline loose. She's gonna give you just a little bit. I'm gonna let her set the scene for you guys. She's gonna share just a little snippet of Guardian Defender. And Jacqueline, we are ready when you are, my friend.
Okay. Well, this I'm actually going to I'm not going to read the whole scene, but basically, this is where she realizes that she needs to leave, that this somebody's after her.
Mhm.
So we're going to start with Riley's stomach felt like it was doing somersaults as she pulled onto the road. Her heart hammered against her chest as each second ticked by. Willing the car in front to speed up, her knuckles blanched with tension as she wrestled with the steering wheel. A chill raced down her spine as she glanced into her rearview mirror, afraid she wouldn't be alone. Letting her guard know, since entering the witness protection program, Riley had refused to become complacent. Letting her guard down could prove deadly. So after trying to take down the notorious Mancuso cartel, she had lost her partner and her life in LA. An image of the man responsible flashed in her mind, Calderon, a top lieutenant in the cartel. He was still out there somewhere, and she'd never lost her drive to expose him had he found her. She glanced up at the rearview mirror again and noticed a dark vehicle 2 cars behind her. The sterns of caution prickled at the back of her neck when it suddenly maneuvered around the other vehicles to get directly behind her. She recognized the car as the one that was parked beside hers earlier at the restaurant. The silver trim gleamed beneath the streetlights. Riley deliberately drove past her apartment building, hoping the driver would turn until onto the upcoming street. The car kept at a safe distance but continued to follow her. She made a right turn 2 blocks from where she lived. Her heart rate picked up when the car following her did the same. The driver was definitely tailing her. Call Easton Bennett, she said clearly to voice command. When her handler answered, Riley stated, I'm being followed. I recognized the car from the restaurant. It was parked right beside mine earlier. You know where to meet me. I do, she responded. I'll be there after I lose this person. I'm on my way, he said. I'm about 15 minutes out. Riley imposed an iron control on herself and sped up. The car behind her immediately gained speed to keep up with her. So I'm going to skip ahead. And this is where she escapes the driver and she ends up meeting with Easton. So Easton, she arrives to their appointed place. Easton arrived a few minutes later after she did. She got out of the car. What happened? Who blew my cover? Because I sure didn't. Everyone is supposed to believe I died along with my partner. This man walked right up to the bar and started a conversation with me. He said his name was Lewis. Easton approached, hands in his pockets. Are you sure he wasn't some dude just trying to get to know you? You know, you're a very attractive woman, Riley. Maybe it was the bruises on his knuckles that made me seriously doubt he wanted to pull over just to talk. She was furious. How did they find me? This is a huge problem if my office has suddenly sprung a leak, he responded. She knew it wasn't Easton's fault, but she never felt so vulnerable as she did now, and Riley didn't like the feeling. Let's go with the assumption that Calderon sent someone after me until you find out differently. Did you call anyone after you talked to me? Easton shook his head. No, I came straight here. Right now, I don't know who I can trust in this agency, so we're on our own. How could this have happened? I don't know, he said, but I'm going to find out. We've never had anything like this happen here. And what about this place? Does anybody know about it? How can you be sure that it's safe? Riley asked. Once she was someplace safe, they could try to figure out the rest. It's safe. My uncle owns this building. Pointing to a black SUV with tinted windows parked a few feet away, Easton stated, we're leaving in that. Riley always kept a small suitcase in her car in case that moment had arrived. She grabbed it along with her backpack, then strolled over to the SUV and climbed inside. She swallowed hard as shivers snaked down her arms. I could tell there was something off about that man. I can't explain it, but the moment he looked at me, it was like he knew who I was. His eyes. Riley couldn't finish the thought. She ran trembling fingers over her shoulder-length hair as her steady resolve began to wilt. I've always been extremely careful. I never once broke protocol. I'm going to find that leak. In the meantime, we'll put you somewhere safe. We never saw this guy coming, Easton, she uttered with a slight edge of defiance. I'm telling you now, I won't make the mistake of foolishly believing that I'm totally safe again. I could have just taken my chances at home instead of freezing here in Racine, Wisconsin. I know what you're thinking, Riley, but you can't go back to Los Angeles. It's really not safe for you there. Staring out the window, she responded, apparently, it's no longer safe for me to stay dead either.
Woo! Y'all, there you have it. Guardian Defender. Okay, did I not tell y'all? Did I not tell y'all that Jacquelin starts with a headline? Guys, that's the first, like, that's at the beginning. That's the beginning of the book as well. So, guys, we will be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of it. It's available in ebook. It's available in print. Jackie, you got them on the edge of their seats. Oh, my goodness. Ruby said, Chase, the chases get your adrenaline flowing. Yes, they do. And it is a chase as well. You have author Sharon Blunt. She said she got to go find out about this chase as well. She said, let me see, gotta read about that. Yes, let me tell y'all guys, the chase, it gets it on and popping. So Jacquelin, thank you so much for sharing with us a little bit of the Guardian Defender. And of course, guys, for Jacquelin, there is going to be a giveaway. We're going to allow her to share what her giveaway is going to be on today.
I'm actually giving away a $10 Amazon gift card.
And Jacquelin, they're saying, oh, they're still talking about your read that you did as well. And of course, guys, super duper exciting. You're getting an Amazon gift card. So if you want to spend it and get you a copy of Guardian Defender, which you do want to get a copy of Guardian Defender, or however you want to use it, that's what Jacquelin is giving away on today.
Use it for
whatever you want to do with your Amazon gift card.
I just need their email so I can email it to them. And also that character's name was John Martin. That's who it was.
That's who it was. Yes, yes. Yes, that's his name. That's his name. Okay, so guys, we're going to go up and down the comment section. Jacquelin is going to tell me when to stop, and that person will be the winner of an Amazon gift card on today. Okay, Jacquelin, I am ready when you are, my friend.
Close my eyes.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay. Cheryl Brooks, it is you, my friend. She said, I love a fierce female lead. You are the winner of a copy of an Amazon gift card. If you will inbox me your email information, I'll be sure to get that over to Jacquelin Thomas as well. Jacquelin, oh my goodness, my friend, the time goes by so fast. It was amazing hanging out with you today and sharing a little bit about Guardian Defender. But Jacquelin, before we end, you have to share with us, what did you enjoy about writing Guardian Defender?
I think everything. I especially enjoyed designing the panic rooms with Nate. I
Ooh,
love that because that's one of the things I want in my house. I want a panic room.
uh-huh.
I think that they're just fabulous, and panic rooms are not just these little bare bones. You know, they
Right.
have. I mean, they're like sweets. You can make them
Exactly. I was
as
like, they have everything they need and they can stay in there for days.
days, for years, you know, you set
Right.
up. And so I enjoyed really doing that, was designing those panic rooms. I enjoyed just writing the story, the chase, the being able to do what I truly, truly love. And that is with suspense and the action and all of that. um that's what I read a lot of. I read across the board, but my first love is the suspense, is the mystery, is the action adventure. I like a
Yeah,
fast pace,
I love
get your
that.
heart, that after you finish reading it you're tired because you run with them and all those things. So
Right.
I love all of that. And there's times, because there are times when you want a good solid romance as well. And so but my first love is action, adventure, suspense, mystery. And so being able to finally write in that genre, which I probably could have years ago, but I think as you get older, certain you sometimes you get a little braver. And so I just felt like I wanted to do something different after being published for 27 years, being in this business. And so I wanted to do something new. And so the cold cases, the intrigues are wonderful, and this allowed me that freedom to do that. And I even appreciate, going back to Poker Island every now and then.
Yeah.
Now I get to kind of do a little bit of everything, and I just enjoy it.
I love it. Well, Jacqueline, we are total super fans. We love your writing. Thank you for bringing us on this journey with you, or stepping into the intrigue side of Harlequin as well. And guys, she still has some her cold case out there too, so you can read those too. But we're talking about her new release, A Guardian Defender, and of course, Jacqueline's going to share with you how you can get your hands on a copy of it. And I do want to let you guys know that it is available with our sponsor bookstore, which is Riches in Reading. I will be putting their link in the comment sections of how you can order a copy from Riches in Reading. But there's also other places that I'll let Jacqueline share of where you can get Guardian Defender as well.
Well, they should be everywhere where you can, I think Walmart, wherever you buy your books. Of course, Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. I would say let's support our independent bookstores. And if they don't have it in stock, it may not be that they have a lot of requests for it, but feel free to ask for it. They will order it for you too, and that's the thing. Once you start ordering from these independent bookstores, they will start stocking your books. They just want to know that they have people that are going to buy the books.
That's right. That's right. And Ruby said that she enjoyed learning about your new release, Guardian Defender, as well. So, guys, as Jacqueline has said, it's available where books are sold. Definitely, you can support your indie bookstore, all of that good stuff as well. And guys, once you read it, definitely leave a review. I know that Jacqueline Thomas will be so I'm sorry, Jack. I was reading one of the comments.
Yeah.
She would be so appreciative of that as well. Antoinette said this book chat was spellbinding. Got to be sure to get this book. Yes, Antoinette. Yes, yes, yes. You got to get a copy of Guardian Defender as well. And of course, Jacqueline, please share with us, how can we stay connected with you, my friend?
I'm on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on, Facebook and Instagram. So definitely, I think most of these people are connected to me on Facebook. But if
Okay.
I'm definitely on Facebook under, I think it's Jacquelin Wright. And if I can share too, that the next book in this series, which is actually my 100th book, will be out in October. However,
Woo!
that will be out in August. So yes, so
I love it. Well, Jacquelin, congratulations, guys. Did y'all hear that? The next book in the series is book number 100 for Jacquelin Thomas.
yes, next book in this series is book
Next book in this series, next book in this series, I was about to say Guardian Defender, but next book with her intrigue will be the 100th book by Jacquelin Thomas, and we're super duper excited. Congratulations, Jacquelin, for that. We are just so excited for you and all of the amazing stories that you are bringing to us and continually to bring to us as well. Because look, Jacquelin, that's a lot of books, that's a lot of characters, that's a lot of themes, that's a whole lot in the book world. So thank you so
Yeah.
much for being around and to bring us the enjoyment of your writing. And Jacquelin, one of the things that I enjoy about your books, I said it earlier, I do love how you just suck us right on in, and then you hold our attention, and you literally can see it and watch it like a movie being played out in all of your books as well. So thank you, Jacquelin. I am so grateful and honored for you to come and hang out with us here at the cafe, to share a little bit, spill a little bit of tea about Guardian Defender as well. And so, my friend, I want to allow you to have the last words of what you want to say to the people tonight.
Basically, I really want to say thank you, because again, I would not have 100 books if it weren't for these readers. You know, I'm thankful that people are still reading me after 27 years. So I really thank you all. Thank you all for your support. Thank you.
I love that. I love that. Well, guys, there you have it. Jacquelin Thomas' latest release, a Guardian Defender. Let me just tell you, it is a tell a friend type of read. Like I said, once you start, you will want to keep turning until you find out the ends, all of that good stuff. It is a story with all the feels. You would definitely enjoy this particular story, guys. Like I said, it's action packed, it's adventurous, it's fast paced, all of that good stuff as well. So, guys, I definitely make sure that you are following Jacquelin Thomas. If you go to her website, we'll be sure to put that in the comment section as well, guys. Sign up for her newsletter, all of that good stuff as well. She does have a Facebook group, the Champagne Lounge. Sign up to join that. I think there's like a question or something. Answer the questions to join the group, all of that good stuff as well. And not only that, guys, tell a friend to read this book, and let them know that Jacquelin has her 100th book that's coming really, really soon as well. So, guys, as we say here at the cafe, have an amazing day, because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.